how hard it was to get this to work tonight? How long it took me? Because we're streaming via PC tonight. I'm not on that one over there. Well, technically I'm on that PC, but I'm not on that monitor. I'm actually on my TV tonight. I had to also run out and get a freaking extra cable so I can connect my controller, and then all the settings with the Genshin Impact, trying to get the work on a completely different monitor. That was a hassle in it unto itself. I wanted to do something different, kind of like a little bit different tonight, which was, you know, play the game actually at 60 FPS, you know, and, you know, playing it on PC, which I was actually kind of worried. Surprisingly, if I go into settings, if I can get to my settings area, I'm actually playing 4K. Technically it's 4K windowed. I don't know why it's windowed. I want to go full screen. Let's see if that fucking does anything to it. I highly doubt it, but you know, we're at 4K, so that's nice. I think I also have like most of the settings also high as well, which again is kind of interesting. Yeah, pretty much everything is high. I think the only thing I turned off is motion blur, and crowd density is high, some surface scattering. I just didn't do like anisotropic filtering too much, or like one of the other ones I forgot, that one's not the highest. But everything else is gonna be fine, you know. It looks beautiful. It's in 4K. It's gonna have a couple stutters here and there, and then my internet's gonna kill me. I love my internet. I love how it's never my computer. It's always my internet. Always the internet instead. You know, it's fucking lovely. Well, either way, I needed to get a drink anyways, because I have nothing to drink. I've been setting this up for the last half hour. But welcome, regardless, to this possibility of a shit show, because it's still not wanting to frickin' stream right. That's nice. That's literally all of the vodka I had. Like I said, it wasn't gonna be a drunk series tonight. It was just I was gonna have a chill out, have like one alcoholic beverage, and that was it. That was it. Soft drink. 'Cause I got work in the morning. Cause surprise, surprise, the man who has to work all the fucking time and bust his ass every freaking day has to, you know, work on a Sunday. So that's lovely. Let me get this ready to go right here. So I at least have just a little bit of a spike Mountain Dew to start the whole thing, you know. Also, it's chilly outside, so I don't like it. Oh, that does taste good. Okay. Okay. Also, kitty cat. Now, I was supposed to do something. I have no idea what I was supposed to do. Hopefully, okay, my internet seems like it fixed itself for a minute there. What was I supposed to do? Supposed to go somewhere over the rainbow. Hopefully the game sounds okay. Where did we have to go to talk to somebody? I went too far. Really? I actually have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing, actually. When you have no idea what to do with your different blue, blue, blue. Ah, there we go. Now everything is off and wrong. I don't like it. Like I said, I could have played other games too, but you know, I wanted to play this tonight, so. How am I supposed to get up there? Oh yeah, yeah. I'll go this way and go this way and go that way. It's just, I don't know how loud the game is on here, because the audio is set up specifically for other games, so I'm really not sure how loud the in-game audio is right now specifically, because I got it set up differently from what I would usually have it set up as. But everything looks like it should be fine enough, you know. It's fine enough. Actually, where is the chat? I don't know where I put the chat on this one. Son of a bitch, okay.
Settled then. Please excuse me and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus. Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
What's with that girl? She looks like she's very angry at me.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened,
Ugh.
I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mura and support.
So who's
I
her father?
understood your guilt
Or her
and
husband or
apology to be
whatever.
genuine.
Is that her stepmom?
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can
Or shock somebody
understand
else,
the
because
kind
like I
of
said, I don't really
pain that
know.
comes with losing a father
I'm also
so
taking a look over
needlessly.
here once in a while because like
You don't understand
be-
at all.
I didn't know how
because
to
I am now having my
Because I
HDMI
didn't
cable
know
go
what I
to
could
the
possibly
TV instead of
bring
the
as a
monitor down
consolation
below. I don't have my
I know.
stuff down there.
Only
It's
the
all
full
on
truth
here on
could
the
bring
monitor
closure
over
to you.
there right now. So
And
that's
to
kind
all
of
of
nice.
us.
When it comes to tomorrow's stream for the Dolphins game, that's all going to be down there, and then up there is going to be accessing
sorry.
the two games I have to
I
pay attention to.
appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry it.
See what this music? Oh, okay, it's something else.
Guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's
What's going
mind was
on? Why you
completely
outside, Rainbow?
suffering.
Is everything
He
okay?
told me countless times
Oh,
that if he
shoot.
could turn back
Ow!
the clock, he would never go into the synth business again.
Oh, kneecap of a hell that one.
Everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal,
Do not
accepted
get
it
sports-related injuries and then get older.
he tried
What do
to
you
use
mean
great
someone's very
discipline.
rude to you? Do I have to come over there and like beat someone up even though I'm weak?
They found out
What's going
about
on?
his betrayal.
What happened?
Papa didn't say that
What
exactly. But Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he
Papa
left that
did
day,
say I should never be
he told
ungrateful.
me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us.
Bruh. Catfish. Catfish. Kind of humorous, you know, a little bit humorous. Just to kind of hopefully brighten some mood and, you know, help a little bit.
I don't know that for sure.
But she came to the conclusion that the
It's why
conclusion
I'm
was the
one
same.
who should feel guilty. Callus had always taken great care of us.
Jill,
both when he was still
No,
alive and after he passed
if
away.
it's what I'm
Even
gonna
if he
assume
thought
it
he killed
is,
my
that
husband,
somebody said something
it's
bad
likely
about
in
like the
self-defense. It is impossible
your
for me to hate
what
him
you,
for what he
what
had
you
done.
are and like
Mama,
your content you
why is
post. I
Papa
can kind of
still
understand
that
if it's
way?
that
If
kind
he
of
did
thing
the
because
right
I've already
thing.
had somebody come on
Papa
and
always wanted to
write
be a
a
good man.
rude comment
So
on
why
one of
did he
my
have to
older
do it that
videos,
way then?
and it was just
Well,
it still
things aren't
sticks to
always
me.
as they seem.
It still
You
like
still
affects
feel like
me.
your
Like
papa
I
was a
still
good
feel
man,
that,
right?
and it's kind of stopped me from
Papa was a
doing
really good
some
man.
specific
whole
things on
world.
my channel for the
And you
last
should
2
hold
months
on
or
to that.
so.
If a good man,
So I kind
had
of
to do a
can
bad
understand if
thing,
it is based on like
then he
someone
must
making
have
a
had his
rude
reasons.
comment on your channel or something,
Regardless
which
of whether he
it's
left you a
always
parasol
rude when people
or a
do that.
sword,
It's always not fair or
he
nice.
must have done
So hopefully
to
it
give you a
wasn't too
better life.
bad,
Oh,
though it seems like it might
For
have
everything
been.
you've told me.
I thank you. And even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really
You really think so?
I'm fine though. I'm fine.
first
I'm just
time
hoping that you're gonna be okay because like at that point it's not very nice when someone does something or says something
are you
rude.
okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Laurent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city. I'll get myself together on the way, so please don't worry.
Also, if things look a bit more crispy on stream, like when it comes to like how it looks and whatnot, which I should be able to check right here, it's because right now we're actually playing the game at 4K, downscaling it to 1440p, and streaming it over to YouTube. So Genshin should look a lot crispier, prettier, and run a lot smoother, which is kind of nice. Just so you know, like it's kind of cool that I was able to figure this out after 30 minutes of messing with things, which was which was a big hassle. Well, yeah, having an attitude is still a bit of an issue. You know, it might not be a whole big deal, but they should understand that
Greetings, boss.
what they're
How may
doing
I
or
be of
having an
assistance
attitude
today?
can affect somebody's day
I'm sure
completely.
you've heard about what happened at the opera.
Yeah, I've heard.
Like I can
Something
bring
that
up
dramatic?
countless times
I'm sure
when
journalists won't milk
during
it
the
for all it's
day
worth.
where I'm
And
working
it'll be all
or
the
I'm
talk for
dealing
the
with
next
people
several
like customers
weeks.
and whatnot, and
It's
someone
also
makes
right.
one
The
snarky,
day that the incident
rude,
happened with my
snotty
father,
comment, and
it
it's
was
just
raining
for the
outside,
rest of the day it's
and we
like they
found
pissed
some
in my
clothes left
Cheerios,
at the
and it's
scene.
not very nice.
After my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we should try to reopen his case. Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think.
Um,
Mr. Callis was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he
Mm,
was
drugs.
drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh
might not be a drunk serious tonight, but I am doing drugs technically when it comes to Skittles.
Who knew that we would hear
Technically-
two gunshots ring out right after? My first
Technically, you
reaction
can
was that
kind of
Mr.
consider them
Callis's
drugs.
life was in
Technically,
danger.
Mountain Dew is a
So
drug.
I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene.
Didn't know that.
When I got there,
It's addictive.
it was already too late.
And there's all the
Mr.
caffeine in it.
Callis was standing over
Like
a dead
54
body
milligrams
with
of
a gun in his
caffeine.
hands.
Like
All we could do
46
was
grams
look
of
back and
sugars.
forth at each other, not knowing what
Stuff's
to say.
insane.
So you also
100%.
remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard's reason being, but according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned, do you think there was a third person there who was turned?
At least from our perspective, my father
Like I
had no
said,
reason to kill.
whenever it comes to like
So he would
addiction,
also
like,
have no reason to
oh,
bring
everyone
an
has
extra
their
gun with
one
him.
vice and whatnot.
The gun
To
he
me,
was
my
holding
vice is Mountain Dew.
probably belonged to
I
Jacques,
can't
or a
do
third
a day
person
without
on the
having
scene.
at least one Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that
I
makes
just
a
can't.
lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callis ended up with the gun because he
You
was
should
with
have
the other
more,
guys?
dude.
But hold on. If that's what had happened,
Rainbow,
then
you should
why
have.
didn't he share the truth with any
If
of
you have
us?
multivitamins and you need to take a
Didn't even wanna
multivitamin, take
face
your
the orange
multivitamin.
race
Trust me,
machine.
you
Chose
need it,
instead to
especially if you
prove
don't
his
eat
honor
very
in a
good.
duel. Did
Right,
he lose
Catfish
all faith
Gary?
in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
Yep. Catfish Gary says, make sure you take your vitamins. Your
About that,
vitamins.
Malus told me a thing or
Say it
two,
like vitamin.
so I
Vitamin.
think I can understand why he committed to the duel. I'll tell you everything once the whole
Walt
truth has been
sleeping
revealed.
and cats
I understand.
are completely different thing,
I'll
you know,
leave
like
Mr.
it's a good
Callis's
thing
honor
to
in
do,
your
to be
hands,
addicted to
boss.
that.
And if
That's
I may
more
just say
healthy
one more
than, you
thing.
know, Coca-Cola and, you
Callis
know,
the
Mountain
unbelievable
Dew, because
and
Mountain Dew
that
technically is Coca-Cola,
thorn in
or
my
maybe
side
some
since the
Skittles.
day it was
Skittles
invented.
Littles has been like a really
Many people
addicting thing
have
lately, and
laughed
I'm
at me
still
for
waiting
calling me
at some
Mr.
point
Callis.
to take the wrapper
after so
off,
many years
get
had
some E,
passed,
and then put that in
but
there.
it was
Wait, what the
Mr.
fuck I just...
Callis's trust that allowed me to
That
rise
kid,
through
yeah,
the ranks
you,
of Spina
yeah, Gary has
Dorsula.
just been hiding in plain
Live the
sight.
life I lead today. No matter
Wow.
what others might say, he'll always be the man I respect.
He a catfish. No, you a catfish. Yeah, 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 yeah.
You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
Get him. I wouldn't doubt it. Magikarps are very, 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 very popular. Oh, there's a swimming location. Wow! Oh, shoot. I basically nearly broke my game. By pure accident. Now, how do I get out of the water again? Vitamins are orange flavored. Well, that's like the most common chewable vitamin and flavor, which is absolutely wild. Just make sure you don't get addicted to eating those either. Like they are absolutely delicious. Trust me, they are very good, and I absolutely adore them sometimes. But be aware that if you eat too many of them, that can be very, very bad. Me when I was in 1 AR. What do you mean, what 1 AR? Oh, well, I just had a absolutely frame drop for a moment. I had to load in. Theory? What is the theory for theory here?
Oh,
It's him, theory.
now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the Guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances,
I don't
shouldn't you
know.
have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson.
I'm just
Kellis
hoping
did a fantastic job
I
on
can
the
start.
town.
I can get back into a
Building
nice
Spina
rhythm and
di
go to
Arsula
and
from
get
the
a
ground
nice
up,
sleep in, and then I
preventing
can get
any
back to doing
obstructions in
get
my
like
way.
back into
It
like
would be
more
next to
mental health
impossible for me
things
to
and
find a
get back
similarly
to some of the things
easy,
that I want to do.
high-paying
Especially
job
now
in
that
the
football
city.
season's almost over, I can start doing
Anyway,
certain
enough
streams and
chit-chat.
kind of
Are
content
these two
again.
friends of yours?
You know.
Here for some formal business?
Ah, yes. These two are my partners. What happened at the Opera House? made us
Sexist
realize
or
that
how it's
Minnie's
called in
case
English. I don't know.
and my father's
I'm not really
may be
sure what you're
related.
going for on that, but
We're trying to
yeah, you don't want to
reinvestigate the
eat.
details of my father's old
It's
case.
good to have those
Ah,
multivitamins, but
I
you don't
get
want to
it.
eat too many
You think there
multivitamins
might be
because it can
more
cause
to the
issues if
case
you
now
eat
than we know
too
people
many. You
can
just
be
want to have your
resolved in
recommended
water,
one
right?
multivitamin a day.
I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of
It
it.
could be really,
If
really
you want
bad
to
if
go to
you,
the
you
original
know,
files
have
for
more
your
than, you know,
father's
the
case,
one
I
set
can help you look for them.
multivitamin. Yeah.
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you.
Dog!
Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own. Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered
It's
Gardamex
called
in the
in
city.
German
So,
Krankenschwester.
if you hypothetically wanted to do something against
Schwaster.
me, all you would need to
Krankenschwester.
do is get
Let me
rid
get
of
my
a mech of
translate app
serial
out.
numbers
Hang on,
and
I have it.
send them after me.
Then you think too highly of my abilities.
I spelled it wrong.
Dispatching
That's why.
mecha is very different from controlling them.
Kranken.
If I had to make an analogy,
Krankos.
order a dish, the
Not what
chef
I'm
will
thinking,
make
but
it for you. You can ask the
Schwester.
chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If you try to make
Krankenschwester.
unreasonable demands,
How
the
is it
chef
said?
would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely.
Krankenschwester.
The same goes for me and my Gardamex.
Krankenschwester.
Removing a serial number is
I'm
also
trying.
not as easy as
Just
you might think.
yeah, it says nurse.
There are
Comes
a
up
lot
as
of
nurse.
complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible to keep it a secret.
So she
So I
is
can
a
promise you,
she's a
Those
nurse
mecha were definitely private units.
or
Certainly not
how
cheap.
does it translate
So
reverse translate
whoever
back?
their owner
Or
is must be super rich,
Krankenschwester.
powerful, both.
Krankenschwester.
Now that you mention it, though,
Krankenschwester.
being in the
Krankenschwester.
synth business
Krankens-
would definitely be
Krankenschwester.
costly enough to afford this.
I'm just leave me alone. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I'm trying to say it. Hello. I'm trying to say a German word that I don't know how to say. Apparently it means nurse in English. I'm trying to say it. I don't know. Kranken-
Thierry.
I don't know. I have no idea how to say it.
Thank you for the vote of
Krankenworcester.
confidence, Navia. Jokes aside,
Worcestershire.
I bet you wish you
Worcestershire.
were honest with your investigation.
Krankenworcester. God damn it. I'm not. Fuck it. I'm not gonna say it again. I'm messing up every single time. I'm messing it up even more every single time. I don't think I need to keep trying. Pronounce. Kosh. Choose Chewbacca's. I am wondering if the Cryo Archon is the Archon of Snezhnaya. Oh, it sounds almost like Vinganja, but it's Snezhnaya. It kind of is like a Gesundheit or a bless you kind of sounding word, you know. I'm assuming, because we haven't seen anything yet. We don't know anything about Snezhnaya that I know of. I'm assuming that the guy or the girl is going to be from Snezhnaya. However, I can never remember how they say it. Schnim 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 schnum. Schneem schnom schneem schnoom
How may I
schnim.
help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him.
You can just say Novia is looking for him. He is going to be like, oh, my friend. But no, I don't know. I'm wondering how they would look. I was always gonna assume, you know what? Fuck it, Kaya.
So my legs are giving out.
But realistically, or you know, Rosalia.
It's all right,
But
Uncle
realistically,
There's
I'm
no need to stress.
thinking
I just wanted
it's
to
gonna
talk
be
to
the
you briefly about what
Snezhnayan
happened in the
Archon or whatever
sure
is
you
my
saw everything
assumption,
too,
and
right?
I'm not really sure if it's gonna be a
Yes,
man or a woman
I've
yet.
never
But
seen
if it's a
anything
woman,
so
hopefully it's gonna
strange.
be as attractive as usual. If it's a man, it's gonna be.
You were
Oh.
at the house too?
I'm
That's
not
right.
gonna stop
Well,
as
there
my
was
goal
Nadia
is
sees
to
the magic.
kill people with
Who knew
laughter.
it would turn
If
to
I
a
ever get
whole
here.
murder mystery.
The place where Aether
also
and
witnessed some
Lumine got separated by the
marvelous sleuthing
original
work.
god
Quite
was.
impressive. To beat the
That
Hydra
might
Archon
have
at
been.
her
That
own
might be
game
true
on
as
her
well,
turf.
but we also
I can
don't
already
know
imagine everyone in
if
Fontaine
that
discussing your
unknown
exploits
god
over a few glasses
is
of
the Cryo Archon or not yet, or if it's a new god created by Snezhnaya because the
It's just how
Cryo
Fontaine
god
is as a
died
nation.
or Archon
Everyone
died or
loves
something
drama
like that.
and theatrics.
So it's
Uncle
it's
Marcel,
anyone's guess
you
right
also
now.
noticed that other thing, right?
You could even say Paimon is the Cryo Archon, but forgot her memories. But realistically, I think Paimon is Celestia.
Is that what you were investigating?
That's my
now?
goal. That's my thing. But I don't know. The original, the
I still don't
the
have much solid
unknown
proof,
god
but
could
I
be,
can
or
sense
Archon
that
could
the
be,
other side has already
could be
begun that.
Celestia corrupted, could be a
And what makes you
created
say
god like
We were
bald
attacked on Aranea
deer
by some unnumbered Gardamax.
tried to
And there was
become,
also an
you
attempt to get me
know,
to drink
created
water
by
from the
man,
primordial
or
sea.
it could
If
be
not
the
for the vigilance
Snezhnyan
of my
Archon,
partner,
which
I
is the
probably wouldn't
Cryo
even be here
Archon,
talking
even
to
though
you
it
right
looked
now.
like she was the Archon of laser
Giving
beams.
us too much credit.
Oh wait, no, not laser beams. She seemed like she was the Archon of the Omega beam.
The piece that Callus sought so badly soon become a thing
If I
of
remember
past.
the freaking cutscene correctly, because I played that back in 2020. That was 4 years, 4.5, almost going 5 years now.
If
Holy
anyone dares
fuck,
to lay their hands
probably
on
4
me,
years.
the confrérie of
Didn't she
Cabriere
use like
would
black
use its
and red
followers to
like
the last
pew
monarch
pew pew
to
pew
bring
laser
them to
beam kind of
justice.
thing? So she was
Thank you,
freaking
Uncle
dark
Marcel.
seed or dark side.
But I don't
With the
intend to
Omega
go into
beam.
hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot.
Prob
Do you have any new thoughts
potentially
on my
she's
father's case?
she's Justice League. She's a DC villain.
About that.
Makes sense,
Sorry,
I would say.
my
I'm
age is
thinking.
catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory.
I gotta move that over that way so it stops freaking with all this.
The confrérie was responsible for that
The
banquet.
leader of the
So I was
Fatui
out
meant
and
to
about
prevent the
whole
twins
time,
from
making sure things were running
reuniting
smoothly.
in place where the
I
twins are
didn't even
separated
have the
is
time to drink with the
Snezhnaya.
guests. Then I heard the sound
Maybe
of
it's
a gunshot,
Paimon in her god
and the
form
rest
because they're
was
very
history.
like, Well, like I said, I don't know what I'm assuming.
Oh,
I'm just gonna assume Paimon is Celestia, just like
We'll ask around some more.
kind of like how Kazuma tricked
Sounds good.
Aqua,
Just let me know
the
if you
goddess
ever need
Aqua, into
more.
being his traveling companion based on a technicality that he could pick whoever he wanted, pick whatever he wanted, and he picked her. You know,
I'll
it
spend
could have been
however
like
much
that
it
by
takes to
accident.
clear his name.
Well, at the moment, you can make up any story you want, but the original god is the leader of the Fatui, meant to prevent the twins from uniting in places where the twins are separated. Is Sneznaya. I was assuming that the place was either going to be Sneznaya or, what's the call it? Hang on, where, I think I have that information somewhere on, that's not the map. Not Sneznaya. Is there any way I can see the information? The one place that got bloated up by the Archons 500 years ago. What is it? I keep forgetting the name because it only comes up randomly in like the side quests. In some of the side quests, you don't really see it too much in the main story. What was it? Like I said, I could have sworn that they got separated in that city like 500 years ago. She lost her memories because he stayed and she got whoop-de-wooed through the timeline thing again and then landed 500 years into the future compared to where Aether/Lumine ended up. Aether/Lumine went on their adventure for 500 years after the fall of whatchamacallit nation that created the Fatui, the Abyss Mages, the Hilly Chilly Curly Whirlies, etc. etc. And then he went to Sneznaya after the Battle of Conria. There you go, the Battle of Conria. I'm assuming it was at Conria, is where they were separated. That's what I was assuming. And then after that, he went to Sneznaya with what's his face, who I again only see once in a while in the interval chapters or whatever. What's his face? I don't know. He's kind of hot. And then from there it was whatever. So I'm assuming that the Cryo God Archon would be in Sneznaya, or the unknown goddess is the Sneznayan goddess, or something like that. Like I said, I'm not really sure yet. I'm waiting for more information from the game, but that's probably going to be like in 4.0 or whatever when we finally, like later 2025 when we finally go to Sneznaya, after, Natlin. Like I said, I have no idea. I can make assumptions, but all my assumptions are going to be wrong, just like all the assumptions for like Nintendo Switch 2 are going to be wrong. Who's going to know what it is yet? Until they tell us on Monday. Wait, where was I supposed to go? Did I literally just... Oh.
We
I didn't even
talked to
trigger
all
it.
3 suspects, purely based on their conversations with
I
me.
didn't even trigger it!
None of them sounded
Son of a bitch!
particularly suspicious.
I got a text message. What is my text message doing to me? Thomas. Oh, yes. Possibly. You never know. I wouldn't be surprised if they did some weird thing and absolutely messed with the timeline after the fact. Because you never know. We might get a point. So I think there is a section in the future, if I was spoiled by it, where even Lumine's memories get messed with, even though technically her memory shouldn't get messed with or something like that. Her memories get messed with. So there's some timey-wimey bull crap that can happen, I would assume. And if anything, if they try to go like that, it would be like a timey-wimey rewrite of the storyline to change things up because they have the ability to or something. Because that one guy during the Sumeru Archon quest, I forgot his name already, the main Fatui Harbinger that came in the end that made a deal with the adorable Archon. She's going to be forever the adorable Archon. All of his versions were different versions of him throughout different timelines. So some were like from 500 years ago and some were 500 years in the future kind of a thing. So they do have a time travel element into it. So I think I lost my mind over that at some point too. Yeah, no, time travel is a thing in this game. So they could change the past maybe. Oh. So you're gonna, think, so then you might not be there yet then. But it's wild and weird. I'm not gonna spoil it too much other than what I already did. I'm sorry. But it talks about timeline stuff. Time travel.
I suppose that's to be expected, though.
And
Simple conversations
like a couple of months ago
almost needed to
I went
find
over
out.
it and
My father wouldn't have needed to investigate the
it was
case for
very
so many
confusing because it
years.
did not really flow very
Even
well.
though we didn't make a breakthrough,
Like how they
we're
did the
still
time
proud of what we
travel
were able to find.
bit.
But where should we start?
And I really do not want to get back into it. Because I'd have to read the storyline again. I'd have to pull up Microsoft Word again. I'd have to draw all the schematics out again. And try to explaining how it worked again. And it's not very fun.
Ah, you're right. Flora mentioned.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that day. If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family's
What
lives would have been
is
forfeit.
this?
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Get her out of my way with that right there. Oh yeah, well, that's over that way, and I have the dancing duck in the way. I think his OG might be the Archon of Gaia, or light, or control of such. I think since of the dark lasers she can shoot. Like I said, I'm calling them Omega Beams, because Darkseid from DC Universe. Why not? It's it's pretty much the same freaking looking thing. It's all over the place. I'm just saying, it looks like it. I could bring it up right now, technically. Actually, I don't think I know how to do that properly with this system, actually. With the way everything is set up right now, I might fuck it up. I will do that at some other point. Because I don't want to try to mess all this up, because I've done it before.
Oh? And why is that?
Where it's like weird and doesn't work properly, because like how everything's set up. If I was playing on PlayStation 5 instead of PC, I could do it much easier.
So,
But
what would make more sense
Meh.
from his perspective would be makes sense. But without evidence, that's
you can
still
give your
just a theory.
speculation lore.
The
Like I said,
attempt
I
at that hour
have
maybe
no
has
idea
become
who the
more
Archon
fancy
is.
after the
I haven't
secret
really
of the
thought of it
primordial
really
symbol
either. Other
was
than like I
revealed.
said, the Archon for Snezhnaya is the only assumption I can come up with.
Lead to the end?
So go ahead, shoot your
Given
shot, dude.
everything that's happened
It
since,
actually might come
it's quite
close to what it
possible.
would be, because you
Who
never
among the
know with
three
Hoyo.
suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex.
By the way, it's gonna be interesting. Whenever we get the Snezhnaya.
Thierry, you say? But I didn't feel like he would.
Yeah. If the mecha were taken from the guards,
I was not paying a single bit of attention.
that when?
Florent? But Spina.
So you're saying he's too
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be
Oh my god.
Uncle Marcel? And with funds from the still really also wouldn't who could it be?
Who could it be? Because I was not paying a single bit of attention. I'm not on PlayStation right now. I'm on PC. Oh, shite. What am I doing here? Somebody... irrelevant information regarding Florent, Thierry, Marcel. It's a person that I do not have information on, isn't it? What the fa? Fa.
You know, if you think everything through,
Could we be missing other stuff?
But I also don't have my Discord set up right now either. It's all messed up at the moment.
And possesses significant intellect.
Yeah, that's the only problem. I had my Discord set up for like streams like this kind of a thing on PC. Then I did one thing. I did one thing that I don't know what I did. And now my Discord isn't working at all when it comes to voice chat, vid chat, pretty much anything except for, you know, like text-based stuff. I can get text right now. I have no idea what's going on with my voice chat and vid chat thing on Discord at the moment. No idea. I've tried. I've contacted them. They still haven't gotten back to me, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm not very good with the Discord, you know. I'm pretty good with my other things. Oh. Take your time. You don't need to destroy your thumbs.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes, Malus did. We need far more solid.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our head.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trial?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
The hell did child do now? Lumine's boyfriend consistently gets in trouble every single time.
What? Is
Yeah, we know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial
Wait, how? None of our investigation.
That's what I thought was strange about it. So I came to tell you that if the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Right. Because they'll.
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder than to clear Mr. Callus's name.
Basically, child's being set up as a scapegoat? Fuck.
Well, partner, what do you think we should do? We still haven't found any conclusive evidence. Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Just since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home. You're right. This is our best opportunity. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence.
Alright, let me go do my thing.
To accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malus, Silver. When?
We heard that you'll be. It's our.
Alright, let's go. I wanna fight. Okay. Zeronica.
Now that Navia has set out for Irenaeus,
Where the fuck did they put me?
the location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.
Woo! Actually, I have to go that way anyways. And I have to collect these stuff right here as well. Oh, I got my VP, the one. Oh, that's right. I don't think I can buy that right now because I'm on PC and not on PlayStation. If I was on PlayStation, you can get it.
According to Malus's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance.
I'm sorry if I went quiet for a minute there. I started having hiccups, and it's not gonna be very fun when I'm trying to do a talking. Oh, I can't. Oh yes, please let me unlock the teleportal waypoint. I would love to be able to head to the teleport. I need that anyways. Where is this? Right here. Take out that one. What? Okay, that's dumb. Hey, why are you coming up behind me? Who you think you'll be? Oh, there it is.
Finally found it.
Ah, it's gonna let me keep doing this.
So this
They
is
meet
the
a
entrance
mysterious
that
child
leads
with
to
a
the
vision,
Sin
and said
production
child leads
base.
them to a main city called
Sure doesn't
Everfrost
seem
Vale,
out of the
which is
ordinary
where the
at all.
Cryo Archon resides. Her name is Ladingda. Lading. Ligma. Ligma Ball. The traveler learns the whole nation is in grave danger because there is a huge volcano in the middle, which scientists suspect will awaken any day now. The volcano is being incited by more of the abyss.
You're right. Navia's
Lagnig.
probably arguing up a storm right now to stop
Ladnig.
us.
I'm gonna stop trying to say that name, to be very fair, because I can already imagine in my mind me saying it very, very wrong, and a specific word comes out that I'm not meaning to have said.
Do you accept the
I'm
charge
just
of
saying,
corporate
I could that
behind the serial
I could be
disappearances
stupid.
case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name, in which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorent, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received.
That is very child-ish of him. Ladina. Okay, see, I was saying it a completely different way, and like I said, if I said it very wrong, because mispronouncing words in English can come out very, very wrong, and you could say very, very bad things by pure accident. I'm not trying to say it. It's a complete accident, if anything. But Ladina. Okay. Ladina makes a lot more sense for a name.
When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey, don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly. And we have made... In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man. Huh? What's going on?
Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time, but that was an exception.
Oh my
rather than
goodness.
Standard court protocol. I can very...
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics?
Oh! Navia's just like, screw your whole system of judgment.
Discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default. Correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted.
Oh, snap. Oh. See. Child's just like wanting to fight and then wanting to smash Lumine. This is his whole dream. He wants to fight people. He wants to smash Lumine, and that's all he wants to do. You know, he's just a young man who wants to get things done. You know, that's all he wants to do. He wants to fight. He wants to, depending on how old you are, he wants to get all that stuff done. That's all he wants. The asshole is. Grade marks investigating results so far, it can be concluded that there's only one person who can have a large number of grade marks in his possession and run the business without Marcel. Is Marcel her uncle?
The head of Confrérie of Cabriere.
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
Never heard of them.
Heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Why am I getting text messages all over the place right now?
Be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making
Nation
a false
becomes a
accusation.
monarchy, and the royal line
Knowing
passes
this,
on the
do
Arkan
you
ship
still
by
wish
the
to charge
line
this
leading
man?
all the way down
Yes.
to
I do.
Ladina.
In that case, I declare the
Nation
charge
becomes
to
a
be valid.
monarchy in
Miss
royal
Navia and
line.
attorneys,
Oh,
please
so
take your
basically
places on
the
court.
the Archonness of the character
Members
would
of the
travel
guards,
down
please
via
contact Mr.
the
Marcel
monarchy,
right away so
via
that
the
he may stand trial.
the royal bloodline. That would kind of
Mr. Marcel,
be
you will not
kind of like
require an attorney.
how
Is that correct?
Nahida somewhat
apologies.
becomes
It all
the
just happened so
next
quickly.
god
Still haven't
or
figured out
archon
what's
of
going on.
wisdom, technically, if
think
you
an
go by the
attorney
story.
would
Again,
be
I'm not gonna
best.
spoil it for
It's
you
probably
because you're
just a
not there
misunderstanding
yet, but
between me and Naya.
technically that's
Very well.
already kind of a
In that
thing, even
case,
though it
since both
technically
sides
wasn't
have now
really
arrived,
like that,
Miss Navia,
from what I
please
understand.
present your charges.
Because there's archons who've always been the archon, and there's archons who've replaced other archons that died, and then there's also archons who technically were
What really happened in that case?
from that same
Connect all the
bloodline,
dots
so
for the serial
you
disappearances
kind of
case.
are.
Navia,
Oh, your
do
last
you
one didn't go
really
through.
think that I
But
was the one who killed your
when it
father?
comes to the royal bloodline stuff, we're passing down the
Why would I do
archon
that?
ship, if
Callus
we
was
want
my
to call it
benefactor, and remember
archon
both
ship.
you and I only ran
There
too soon when we heard the
is
sound
that's
of a gun.
kind of a thing already,
That's enough
so
to make
that
me a
could be
suspect.
possible
Wouldn't that
if
make everyone at that banquet
your
a suspect as
headcanon
well?
becomes correct or whatever. When it comes to the cryo archon and whatever happens with Snezhnaya,
The audience
technically
doesn't
it could be
have the
true.
big picture yet.
It could be possible. We haven't seen one like that yet, from what I understand. But
Exactly correct, Your Honor.
offspring of
Must refresh
archons
everyone's
could
memory about that
be
case
right,
before I can
unless
explain my charge and
then
reason.
that archon's bloodline is similar to
In
how
which case,
Balls
I will
Deer
recount
wanted
the
to,
findings about that case
balls
as
his way up to
reported by
become an
Mason
archon
Guardian
through arcane magic and stupidity. I'm still not a very big fan of Baldir. I cannot help but say Balls Deer because I don't like him. He's got like a big frickin' fedora hat thing or whatever. Oratrice mécanique de l'Élise colonel.
On the day of
Monsieur
the
de
murder,
Nerville.
Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabriere. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove...
All I
his
can
innocence
assume in that case is that, what's his face? Callus picked up the gun off the ground, and that's what happened. Just he picked it up. His friend's on the ground dead, got shot. He probably saw the weapon on the ground, picked it up, and that's when everybody came in, because that's kind of how that happens a lot of the time, actually. When it comes to a misidentifying someone as the culprit, it's someone who picks up the weapon, throws it away, and gets in there trying to stop bleeding and trying to save their life, and then they get blamed for it. It's an easy setup and an easy blame game tactic. It's kind of lame. When you goes to Archon War during the destruction of Conria, and expect Cryo Archon kicks the bucket and passes the duty onto an unknown mortal. The nation becomes a monarchy, and the royal line passes on the Archonship by the line, leading way down the Dainya. I don't think it would go through BC, because the word die was in there. I don't know what you mean by go through because of die, but it might not. I don't think... Actually, no. Die might be technically a banned word on my channel. I can't remember all the words that I had to ban because of some people saying certain things. Like 2 or 3 years ago, I had a run-in with several people coming in and saying some very nasty things. So I had to ban a lot of things, and then also the spam apocalypse that happened with all the thirsty robots coming in. I also had to ban certain emojis, and so I don't really know everything that all the banned words. It might actually be banned, so if anything, just put DYE for die, and I'll pretty much understand via the context. I'm sorry about that. I'd have to check after the stream because I'd have to do that on the computer to see what banned words are, but I would assume that it's part of the banned word list just simply because, again, people can be assholes, and if they don't like something you do or like something you wear, you know, like say you dress and makeup, you know, they'll frickin' say some nasty words about you in your comments during a live stream and then try to get you banned because they want to, you know, report you for bad words, and then they're the ones that are saying it. So yeah.
Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel. These are the known facts.
These are the known facts of the case. Well, what does that have to do with anything?
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques... in truth, the third person shot Jacques first. And was after that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all trace...
Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Oh, great. Now I gotta try to figure it out. Not carry a gun with him when he went out. Oh, I did it! I just randomly guessed on that.
Of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered.
Skittles are good.
Shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility and had sent out another assassin.
Just randomly pressing buttons now.
This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
I'm just randomly picking buttons here.
The guards once believed
It's been revealed that the child, Tato Jade, I finally thought of a name, was the Archon's adopted brother, so that not only the bloodline would live on, and because the Dainya was lonely and wanted a bro, expect her parents tragically died a few years earlier. I guess. Is that it?
Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading...
I still don't understand what the story is supposed to be about sometimes. Because sometimes it's just like, here, let's think a minute, then and let's say water did it. And the true bad guy, he is now a pile of water. Now prove it. Well, you see, Your Honor, it is water. And when it rains, it washes it away. And the heat, if it was on pavement, it may evaporate into the sky. And if it was already on the dirt absorbs it. So I can't prove that the guy turned into water, Your Honor. I'm just saying, how do you actually prove anything that we just used for refusion of the case? How do you prove somebody was turned into water? I'm just, especially when it was 3 years ago that this murder happened. How do you prove somebody is now a puddle of water that's either in the sky, it's rained several times, in the ground, it's turned into groundwater, and then I don't freaking know. Sometimes. It is a cool concept. It's a better concept than this right here so far. I would keep it on tabs, if anything. What you should do is actually make it a full-on, fan fiction kind of a thing. Like, before, we still have probably like another year before we have any information on Snezhnaya or the Unknown God or the Cryo Archon, so if anything, I would write all that down and or make a video yourself on it on like YouTube, or like upload it to fanfiction, try to like create like some actual like full thing on it or something. I wouldn't not say put it to like the Genshin Reddit or anything and ask people on there, because people on there are just silly billies and I would not trust them with anything. But it's a interesting concept, and it has things that haven't happened in the game yet, with some sprinklings of things that have happened, that have been partially in the game, and it kind of fits the world logic so far. So I would definitely write it fully down somewhere, write it down, and maybe make yourself a YouTube video on it, do like a full on like spoken video, or like have it narrated by somebody else or something. Or heck, you never know, you could probably find someone on like Fiverr or something to like animate it for you, if anything, like some kind of interesting kind of a thing for Genshin Impact, like a fan theory kind of a thing, because everyone has a fan theory or a fanfic of it in their own mind. It's just not everyone puts it down and makes a video of it. Like I said, I have my own fan theories, but I just don't have the time to write things down and make extra content of it. I need to do so much more other content for this channel that I have not been able to do for the last freaking 6 months that I've been wanting to do. So I wouldn't have time, but I would definitely, if I were you, I would try to make it some actual content for like your own channel or something, and like build off of it, and maybe spin off into other fan theories for other games, or this game that you play right now. I don't know. I'm just saying it would be kind of interesting to do and set up that way before anyone else really takes the idea and run, because like I'm probably not going to remember this idea too much, but it's definitely an interesting idea. In the royal line of succession, when it comes to like bloodlines and like passing down the power of the Archon, I can see that, because they have the Gnosises, and the Gnosises are where they get their powers and whatever. It's kind of never fully explained, because it's like they get their power from it, but then they also don't get their power from it, because they already have the power before and after the Gnosis. So I'm kind of confused on that, They don't need the Gnosis, but they do need the Gnosis, because the Gnosis is their power, but it's also not their... It's ludicrous, but that can be passed down and technically give the bloodline, the power and whatnot. So it seems like a thing that can be done, and it's not wrong that an Archon can pass their power to the next generation of an Archon once they die, or once they get too old or too bored with it. So it is a thing. Yeah, you can do that as well. Like referring to her as TJ, or he, him, her, them, they, it, person, guy, as them. Oh my goodness. I forgot what that. Actually, hang on. What was it? Because I know what the character is. Hang on. I'm thinking of something because my friend's asking me a question. I'm kind of mentally confused at the moment about something. Hang on. Characters. What is just person's name and species? What the okay. Blah 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 blah. Okay, that would be it. How do I spell that? Okay, there's that. So I can focus back on the game and not text message. That's nice. Traveler goes with TJ to investigate the volcano as Ladynia starts evacuation process of Everfrost Valley, and they find the Fatui Harbinger behind the volcano eruption incitement.
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
No, we don't. There.
I'm afraid not.
At
least not at this very moment.
Exactly. You don't have any goddamn evidence, Gary. You don't. The guy's a freaking puddle. How do you prove a puddle from 3 years ago? I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind simply because I'm stuck on the point of how the fuck do you use magic puddle making potion as an argument against, you know, in a court of law. I don't understand when you can't have the proof in the pudding and the pudding doesn't exist. I'm just saying. It's gonna make me lose my mind. Gary, get back over here, you stinky catfish. Oh, it's gonna make me lose my mind.
If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable...
Why do I feel like Farina's...
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself?
No, she's acting very weird.
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent...
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you describe, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
Because who fucking says that? Realistically. You're going into court. You know someone was dissolved. Okay, you know someone was dissolved. But no one's ever seen anyone get dissolved before, you know, and turn into a puddle of water. Do you tell them, hey, this guy magically for some reason turned into a puddle of water? Or do you just say, well, I can't argue with you? People are going to think you're cray-cray. If you go in there saying, well, the killer turned into a puddle of water in front of my very eyes. And he that's what happened. He just turned into some water, and now he's gone. You can't charge him anything because he's gone. You'd be looked at as like you're crazy, and he would have lost. He would have been thrown in jail or whatever they do. Because I don't know what they do with the people just yet. All I know is he had a better chance of just fighting instead of saying, "Yeah, I did it."
I thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him.
Oh, you had more important things going on to him, you know.
The power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave.
Why?
At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought
That's
to
also
justice.
kind of true.
What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the
Comes
next
to
target
help.
of
Oh,
a
shoot.
serial disappearances case.
But unfortunately, she has to sacrifice herself in ice to keep the volcano from exploding. A nation gets to see another day. This leaves an 8-year-old as king of nation, and DJ inherits the Gnosis, leaving Fatui unable to retrieve the Cryo Archon's Gnosis and making TJ the Cryo Archon. Yeah, well, it wouldn't stop them, to be fair, from taking the Gnosis from him, because they would just take it by force. To be fair, if that's how the story would go, especially in your headcanon, I would probably change something about that. Maybe make it where the Fatui didn't know that the Gnosis got passed down to the child that is too young to understand how to become an Archon or whatever. I would probably change that a little bit. Because knowing the Fatui, they would 100% go to that kid and try to take the Gnosis regardless. To be fair. So an 8-year-old with the Gnosis, king of a nation, maybe he doesn't have it, maybe. Or he has it, and they don't really know he has it because, again, he's so young, and maybe they are outside of their mind or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they think, oh, well, the Gnosis is gone until the next Archon is born, because technically TJ wouldn't be the direct blood relative of the Archon, and maybe they went to the other Archon, or, or waited to see if, like, the Dinah had a child or something, or maybe waited for it to respawn anew with a new bloodline. Because, like, they might not have known that TJ was gonna be getting it, because if I remember what you said in your, TJ is, like, adopted brother kind of a thing. I don't know. I'm just like, kind of help your idea right there on that. It makes sense, but it also could make a little bit more sense if you change a couple small details on that.
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right, but what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice? But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponents. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore...
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die?
Yeah, I would change it. I wouldn't change the whole thing. I would change it a little bit on that, because, like I said, knowing what the Fatui has already done and what they would willingly do to get their way, no, that kid would not be safe. I'm gonna try something actually real quick. I have some mango juice here. I'm gonna put a little bit in the bottom of my cup. Had a little bit of flavor. To be fair, this mango juice did not really do the greatest when it came to making Pepsi Mango for my Everclear drink last week. So I'm probably gonna find a different mango mixer because Pepsi Cola discontinued Pepsi Mango, my favorite Pepsi. Dang it. So I'm gonna have to find a different thing so I can drink Everclear fine enough. Because there's no way in heck that I am going to be drinking Everclear with frickin' Mountain Dew ever again. I've done that once. I vomited real quick. Like, if you ever decide to have an alcoholic beverage, make anything with Everclear. Do not put Everclear in just straight Mountain Dew. It becomes battery acid. And I learned the hard way within, like, a few moments of, like a few drinks of it. I had to end my stream and I had to go into the bathroom and I just spewed. It was bad. So don't do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. That's actually not bad. That's just Mountain Dew with a little bit more pizzazz going on with that. Actually, that's not too bad. Might be able to use a little bit more mango juice. But that's not bad.
Right. Do you have any proof?
In light of the new young Archon being appointed, let's attack on Veronica to take the note. Yeah, they probably would attack. They probably would attack 100%, to be fair. Or they would step back a little bit, replan, and then try to get in with the young master. Like some other stories have done. You could also do that as well, where the Fatui has one of their harbingers try to sneak into the castle in a sense and befriend the new king and become the new king's right-hand aide, and then eventually, you know, steal the Gnosis from him that way. Because that's a storyline that's been done aplenty and is ripe for the taking. And hasn't been done in this storyline either, I don't think, so far. Where a young Archon or a young character is being led by a appointed advisor that is actually a Fatui Harbinger. I'm trying to remember some of the stories that have that right now in my head, and I'm drawing blanks because I brought it up, and I'm now my brain wants to go blank on that, which is stupid, but that could be a thing that could be also a part of it, you know? Yes, I do. He was absolutely insanely goated in that point.
All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand.
She just went, she kind of looked away for a minute there.
I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
All I know is she could step on me.
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted.
That makes me want to mix my Mountain Dew with my blue Powerade, and then mix a little bit of mango juice in there, just to see how that tastes. Because like I've already really liked especially when I'm hungover, mixing Mountain Dew and my Powerade, because it's just like it has the Mountain Dew, the sugar and the caffeine, but then electrolytes of of the
It appears there
the
really
Powerade,
are
and it tastes
good
so
grounds
good.
to be
It's
envious.
actually like real Baja Blast, and it's just like.
However, Miss Navia, you still have not
But
explained the link between
Mountain
your
Dew with a
father's
little bit of
case and
mango
the
juice,
serial
that's actually
disappearances
really
case.
good. I actually like
Right?
that
What she said was
that mango
fascinating,
juice in
but
there.
kind of beside the point.
It's only a splash, but
weren't they just
it's
talking
got like a
about serial
refreshing
disappearances
flavor to it now, and like
Of course, Your
just
Honor.
like that hint of mango
The
feels
two cases
really
are
good on the
connected
tongue.
via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill Bullsjak and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at
To be
risk
fair,
of being
I don't
identified.
understand what Catalyst Crowd Control DPS means.
precisely if they
I
were
don't
already
know
at the
all of
scene.
the battle characteristics
Coincidentally,
of, you know, a game,
attended
this
both
style
the
of game. I'm
banquet
coming from
and the trial.
FPS, racing game,
So that's why you
platformer
suspected me.
genres, so
Even after hearing your reasoning, I
realistically,
still can't help but find it a little preposterous.
MMORPGs, RPGs, etc. like that, Souls-likes,
It's one of your most endearing traits.
I wows. Yeah, I don't have the knowledge to know what some of that means. I'm just gonna let you know right now. I still don't know when someone says who's your main DPS and your specialized reverse gear defensive brawler healer. I have no idea what the fuck that means. I'm just saying.
Know what you can say to that?
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again.
Again, it's timing. So apparently she has a timing issue.
From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young.
Boom! Culprit! He's just freaking admitted it! He's from Evil. So far, a lot of the characters who've come from Snezhnaya have been... That was a weird tasting burp. I gotta say, that one had some power to it. Wow. Okay. So Animo is the element. His weapon is Callus, like Sucros and Barbara. Oh, the magical book thing. The magical book / spinning thing. He uses magic. Okay. Right? It's the magic tomes things. And it's been for multiple enemies at once. Okay. See, I'm stupid. Crowd control DPS. That makes sense. See, that makes.
The disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, Demoiselle. This was...
No.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial... You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the... At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings and to stop rushing headlong into...
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them.
Okay. Like I said, I don't think I've ever used the Catalyst character in this game. I've more used swords. I I've used the swords, the crossbows, and the bows, and then the pikes. Halberds. Long sticks with short pointy ends. I can't remember what they're called in this game, dang it. The long poles with the short bits. I've used the most in the clubs.
People's images are flashing before my eyes. And whose image? Is it a man named Vache? Oh, so you do know that name.
So him knows the name, guilty. Now the skill pulls the closest enemy to him and does. Hold on, I'm about to go nerdy a bit. I will try to follow as best as my feeble-minded brain can understand. Technically, I'm kind of a smart person, but I'm also an idiot because concussions, ADHD, and you know, it's a good combination of creating stupidity.
I was waiting for you.
Oh well, entrance to science predict. Okay, so finally we get to the point where I get to do something other than just listening to him. AoE damage that's susceptible to the swirl reaction, so it swirls and does things. And I got to swim. Oh boy. Okay. The transition from certain areas with the on PC are not super duper smooth. Oh wait, no, that's just a reset every. Oh, okay. Actually, hang on. Oh, I have to. Oh no, I'm stuck in domain. All right, well, I don't need Lumine right off the bat. Hello, baby. I am Danish. I am here to say hello. Hello, baby. I am Danish. And we are not friends. Was that it? What are we doing?
Whoa, the floor is going up.
Don't you want me, baby?
Don't
you want me? Wow. Don't you want me, baby? There's a treasure chest. Wow. I might stop paying attention to some of the comment on that, but now the burst pulls all the in a certain radius and applies passive ammo for some. That's interesting. A passive ammo damage in the circle, kind of like the big Animo sphere thing that basically goes. I can't remember the name of it right now. It's a big Animo like sphere that floats around in the air, and it basically can lock you into like a surrounding sphere of like wind wall and like blast you with like up currents and whatnot. I forgot what it's called. I can't look at it right now because I'm in a domain, so it's not like I can do anything about it. Just in the moment. Wait, what are we doing here? Oh, great. Don't tell me I have to freaking go swimming. Okay, yeah, I have to go swimming, actually. Son of a bitch! Okay, yeah, I gotta need this guy. He's the one that blows things up with his mind. Yeah, so I have to blow that up, to swim through. Okay. Use brain. Brain is smart. Smart is how we finish game. What? Why? No. We go this way. Swim up. No, son of a bitch. Swim! Damn it. We're gonna drown! Just open up this door. No, but it turns on, you know, a cutscene. That's lovely. I can get more drink. And more Skittle. Oh.
Oh no! The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Wait, was there somewhere there? Oh. No! Man, that thing's weak. It's a limp dick noodle bastard.
This one's got your name on it. Feeling lucky?
And if I'm not the most amazing player, I'm sorry. I am not really great at these kind of games, usually.
This one's got your name on it.
And I can't usually get my controllers to, you know, swap fast enough to do certain things, which is what kind of annoys me sometimes. Like, I don't know how to do that, like, super bing, bing, boom, 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 because it will never let me do it. And, like, I get stuck, like, in, like, that 1 second, like, switch phase, and it kind of annoys me. Oh, we're gonna drown again! We're gonna drown again. I'm gonna freaking die. I gotta tickle my throat.
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
Oh, I missed something. Gimme. Did she do a ginormous hop? No, I missed it anyways. I came up at the too shallow of an angle. Okay, we gotta go down that way. Is there anything up here that I can collect real quick? If not, no, then we'll just fly in. Actually, there could be something back this way. No, there is nothing back that way. Okay, let's just keep going then. Let's just keep walking around and find out what we have to do. Whew! I want that. Is there anything else in here that I can pick up before I touch the button? And then we just go. We just go and do it. That's all we do. Oh, there's the mechanical bastards. Lovely. To fight 2 mechanical bastards. They look a bit tough, but you know, I believe. Bow. Get ready. Walk in with confidence. Slowly. Go in.
There is no escape.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. These guys are gonna be freaking stupid, aren't they?
Now you shall perish.
Oh, I switched just the right time.
Feeling lucky?
So she takes all the damage because she can take it way better. Oh, there's 2 more guys coming in. I did not want frickin' the bubble boys to come in here. I did not want the bubble boys. Son of a bitch. I did not want the bubble boys in here.
Hey there! Watch out!
Bubble boys kind of come in here and kind of ruin my day sometimes. Like, I'm never expecting bubble boys. And I keep forgetting that I have to, like, switch it up before. Ah, son of a bitch.
This shall begin.
But she does do some good healing, and I like that. It might not be the best healer in the game, but right now, for how I play, just like Fiorina does a really good job, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, if you just run right off, you might die. Like I said, I'm not great player. I am stupid player who... I'm gonna freaking die...
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's...
Oh, I pressed that button by accident.
Then let's hurry up and find some...
What is this?
What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
Was that my phone getting like freaking vibrations? Good vibrations.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute, huh? You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were brought here?
That's why my phone was vibrating.
They were, and all the boxes of things. These names.
So that's all she needs. We have that, which is some bad things, you know, that is not very good.
Oh, look! There's an important looking basin over here.
With some weird freaking water.
That means this is where they make all the sin. If you dilute it with normal water, Paimon will take notes on this.
So we'll have a pool of water. And then we have to somehow get back in time.
Nothing escapes the.
If it's Detective Paimon, where is Detective Paimon's glasses and you know, mustache?
Investigation report on him. This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
I think so.
We still have no. The old dog's a real man. He can act whenever he wants. I concur. Let's send someone to. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
Which is good information. Okay, so what else can we find? We got that one. We got that. We got that. There's some over this way as well. 2 over here, which is going to be good. That's 3 to 4 usable bits of information, maybe?
Looks like some kind of place for experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and... Sorry, traveler.
So yeah, like I said, they basically, once they dissolve and they're gone.
How could someone write something that terrible in such a... You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
I like how Lumine's like, baby. It's like, you big baby. Goal of the researcher is to save his lover, a woman called Vinyar. Vikar is the one who's this is Vikar's research.
So that's why he did all of the... Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane!
It's Vikar.
Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain?
Yeah, he's trying to... So this entire time he's been trying to bring his woman back to life, his wife or girlfriend or whatever.
You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it! Vache was no victim. No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water? In any case...
See, that's an interesting one. So technically they're invisible, they're watering people and to try to bring them back to see if he can fix it.
So much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients
That's
that
crazy. That's a bit
probably
crazy.
just contain the waters of the primordial sea.
So, okay, so I said that TJ had 2 playable characters. That's kind of be confusing.
Mixing in progress. Ready to drink? Stock sample? Huh. Whoa. There's even fruit flavored synth?
Fruit flavored synth? Can I try it? What fruit flavor is it? Is it mango? I like mango. And we took a bottle of synth.
We've looked at almost everything.
God, every fucking time it does that, it makes me freaking blink because it's just like everything goes dark for a moment.
Yeah. We haven't found anything that revealed. No wonder even Nervalette wasn't able to find anything. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to... Sure thing. Paimon...
I think Vikar is from Snezhnaya, and that's why. We've already done that. Like, Vikar's from Snezhnaya, probably. I would think. Experiments on the table. Can't look there. I can't go back that way. I can't go into the primordial ooze pool. Already been in there. I've already looked at the bookshelf. Maybe if I look at the bookshelf again. No. Well, then where am I supposed to go if everything else is blocked off? Because pretty much everything is blocked off here, so... Oh, I go back to the bookcase. So go back to the bucket. It'll make canon sense in a second. It's for the canon purpose. Alright. It's a book!
Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story.
To look at this page, she made a list of baby names. I don't know what that is. I can't read that. I don't know what the fuck that's... I'm assuming that's either an H or an L. I would assume that's a U. Maybe a J. Haj. I don't freaking know.
Many. A whole page is the final name she did. Marcel. Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vinier's grown son? Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
Fuck! Fuck!
Whose image do you see? Mark, is it a man named Vash? Oh, so you do know that.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to...
Navia! We're back!
Woo! Just in time.
Suspected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
From other sort of reference to cause a reawakened empty electro vision. TJ looked at Lena's vision before she died, and she reawakened her vision, marking the start of multi-elemental playable characters. That would actually be really cool. I spit a little bit. No, spit on my face a little bit. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Multi-elemental playable characters would be an interesting thing, to be fair. Even though technically we've only had it once. And technically I think that was more of Kazuha's friend's spirit coming back and giving him the Archon herself unknowingly giving him the power to have that one work again, because they get those from the Archons or whatever, their blessings from the Archons or some shit like that. I'm under the volition that he's not a multi-user. It was just a random moment or like a spiritual moment where his friend's spirit came back just for that moment to give him the ability to win the battle against an Archon, which at that point, if you have multi-elemental abilities like you use a TJ or Kazuha was able to stand up to the Raiden Shogun, something no one else is apparently able to do, because Raiden Shogun is a vessel of the Archon. So it has the power of an Archon. It's got a power of a god. Well, technically some of the frickin' Fatui Harbingers can do that, but I'm not getting into that point. So technically if you gave that a thing that became a real thing, and it became canon that some newer characters can do like a multi elements technically like Lumine / Aether can technically do. They can switch their elemental ability. And in some cases, they can use multiple elemental abilities in some things and whatever. It would be very, very overpowered characters, and I would probably assume that they would be very, very limited run characters, like pay to win style characters. Because it's a very powerful thing. I wanted to bring that booklet.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair.
Dang it, it's back to Paimon. Shut up, Paimon. I want to hear Lumine talk.
After Veneer was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established. This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this? Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even
Guys,
believed
trauma
me.
dumping on everybody right now.
All those
It's kind
decades
of
ago,
cringy.
Even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vinier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well,
It might have been something like that, but
don't you?
it was like really wild, like the whole Kazuha thing. But he is an 8-year-old leading nations of war, which could, in that case, work that way.
Yourselves to blame.
But
You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your
it would be
so-called
interesting,
justice.
though. I don't know much about on Animo Cryo Callus character, like how Animo Cryo works. I'd have to check that again, how like
Vinier is dead.
Animo Cryo works together,
Always
because it would be kind of interesting.
wherever
But
she goes.
I would probably assume that it would be a character that's out of the standard wish tree, and they'd have to change how the wishes were
No matter
done,
what I do,
probably. And my internet's gone bad again. Yay!
Is that water from the primordial sea that is dripping?
It makes the wear
I
leave.
can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back? I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
Stabbed by his idiot daughter, who successfully found out your plan, accused you of being her father's murderer and his best friend's murderer, and the one causing all the disappearances. Yet you call her stupid even though she figured it out. If anyone's stupid, it's you. Marcel, the big idiot, is Marcel.
Suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
He's got water on him.
Touch me! Don't anybody come near me. I still need to save Vinier. I promise. We made a
He's got water. He's gonna spray people.
Vinier! Please, Vinier! think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our
That
promise.
bottle's got that water, that crazy
At this
fluids
point,
in it.
The verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
He's gonna go crazy in a minute.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher, and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vinier. During an underwater expedition, Vinier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea, and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result.
That's kind of sad,
Vacher
though,
learned
to
of
be
the
fair.
primordial water's existence through the work of others, and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vinier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel, and began to operate a business in Poisson.
To be fair, I kind of
During
feel
the
for him
course
because
of
it's
his
kind of a
research,
sad thing to happen.
Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and
But he
expand
kind of
his
did it in the
scope,
bad way. He kind of did the
he
bad
came into
things.
conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet.
But he
Although
failed.
The assassination did not go as Vacher expected. He was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the
Yep,
serial
I was about to say, are they gonna
disappearances
tie that back in
using
there?
the
Because like
same
he
method.
did do that to Lenny.
However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court.
Like I said, that would be a very
Thus
powerful
concludes the
thing. I would
enigmatic
assume
history of the serial disappearances case.
if I can get past all this stuff,
The Oratrice
I
will
could.
now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against.
Is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say the words?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
Yeah, he did it.
Is guilty.
Guards, take Vacher away.
I like how she said his real name.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances.
I doubt it.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite...
We have none! He's hurt so many innocent people. Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolute.
The day our late boss had always hoped.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Papa?
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending.
He's gonna go right over to Lumine, grab her by the waist, and just smooch her on the face. That's all he's gonna want to do.
Either way, I've still got...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
I was about to say.
What now? None of this has any...
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right?
Yeah, but
through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose we now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal to
Watch is gonna say guilty, as my internet dies.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal,
Hang on,
Mr.
my internet.
Tartaglia is...
My internet's deciding it wants to die. Hang on. Why is my internet deciding to die right at the very end of this? Internet, please. My internet's starting to do some weird stuff. Number the polls all enemies and renders them immobile for 5 seconds. And in time, passive cryo is applied. Why is my internet being stupid? The hiccup. I don't want to hiccup. My internet is being stupid. I don't know what's going on. It's fun. I'm yeah, it's fun. It seems like it's running fine, but over on my other monitor, everything is flashing like yellow and red all over the place right now. On YouTube Studio and OBS. Okay, now it's starting to come back and work fine. No, like, cause like I have all my settings and stuff over on another display over here, and it's all like flashing errors and red lights in stuff and yellows and it's doing it again. It's just going. It's being weird right now. It's a bit concerning. Sorry, I'm sorry. Everything is flashing yellow.
Guilty.
What? See, I told you. Why is he guilty?
Hey, hey! That's not funny. Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict.
We just proved he wasn't even in... Unless he actually was involved. Unless he's actually was kind of involved in some way.
Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
But... he's gonna fight. Yep, he's gonna fight.
This is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Because technically he was proven innocent. He had no part in what he was being charged with, so... Or from what we understand and what we know, he wasn't being charged with anything, so... I'm a bit confused myself as to why it would say he is guilty, unless when Lenny touched this orb that powers the Oratrice, maybe he infected it with something. I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of confused. Child's kind of a bit of a dick here and there, but to be fair, in my headcanon...
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the
Monsieur Norville just took Child out at his full power. Fuck! He's got a scratch on his face, but dude fucking ended him. My shoulders turned in and my elbows facing out. I was not... Wow. Child went frickin' top in, I am all powerful mode, and frickin' Monsieur Norville just came in and just decided, yep, no, you're a child, I am the second hand of the Archon. Holy fuck, I was not expecting him to just drop down and just like... I wasn't expecting him to come down and just like... smack him once and Child goes down. I was not expecting that. Oh, I was going on and explaining something real quick. I was not expecting that. Oh my god. An HP tank. Dude, see, I don't have Nervalet, so I don't know.
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
looking at me. I had nothing to do with it. I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible.
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of
What?
random
She
mishap?
needs a shot.
Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by...
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she...
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and...
Oh, here we go. She's an actress. Let's see what she's got to say about that.
With every action meant to stir up drama and excitement. And, of course, for every performance, there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment! If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable. All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict. Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
Did she just literally toodaloo us?
Escape after all, did she?
She literally fucking toodalooed us and just walked out. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. We just got toodalooed on. You know, I'm too tired for this. I want to go to sleep. I'm just gonna go to sleep. We just got fucking toodalooed on by the Archon because she was making stuff up as she went, because obviously she's making stuff up right now. Oh my fucking god. We literally got toodalooed on and she walks the fuck out. Gary, can you believe this? You can't. That's why you fell. I'm just saying.
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into...
No, because she's talking bullshit.
Just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea. However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised. If the...
All right. Even though after all, he's done plenty of bad stuff. So he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
Yeah, but he didn't do any bad stuff today. Like, what? I'm just confused. I'm more... Oh. The way she's just... he's just staring at her. She's just, like, staring out there. This is like... Just the way he is staring down at her right now is just like, Lady Fiorina, did you seriously toodaloo all over us and just walked away? I didn't even plan. I forgot I had Fiorina out, and you know, we just come in. She's already supposed to be gone. Okay, that was not supposed to happen.
That power you showed when you took him down.
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine, of course. If officers of the law lack the strength and capability to enforce it...
Maybe in a minute. I was just... I'm still a bit bamboozled by the storyline here. Just a little bit bamboozled. What was the thing that I was looking for? Like I said, I was a tad.
Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
I was just a tad bit bamboozled. And to be fair, I'm still a bit bamboozled. Ugh, hiccup. Oh, plus I have to go do a thing. I have to leave the upper house. I hope I don't get put into another gosh dang cutscene either. Because I still gotta go and get something done real quick. Hello, citizen! I like... And the cutscene.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him! Traveler! Hey, Traveler!
Marcel, what are you doing over here?
What are we doing now?
Stop resisting arrest!
Stop resisting arrest, you son of a bitch!
Charge to the list. No, wait. I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Please, save my wife.
Thank you.
Just save my wife. Figure out how to undo the
Hear the name Vache. I erased all records of that name.
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how?
Son of Lucian.
How did you manage to do it? The Fountain of Lucine? Then
She's been so close to me all along. I just never.
Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time.
Yeah, I'll kick his ass if he tries to leave again.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers
Got
get to
fucking
make quests
lights
like
again doing stupid.
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done it?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course. Wait, no. It's worth it.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual need? Very well.
Why would you say it like that, Nervalet?
Your Honor.
Like you're not human or anything.
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about.
Oh, Daddy Nervalet's coming with us.
In that case,
Yeah, he can fucking take down. He can take it. Actually, back on the child real quick. I have like a head canon, you know, and why child always shows up and always tries to see Lumine before doing anything else when she enters a new location or anything. Why he's always ready to go right to her and be a friendly face is because deep down he wants to smash. He likes Lumine. That's my headcanon, actually. It's just, he adores Lumine in a romantic way. That's it. That's my headcanon. That's why he's always there. That's why he's always finding Lumine, wherever she is. Because he wants to get romantically involved with her. I think that is my headcanon. It's mine, at least. I don't know if anyone else thinks that, because, like, some of his response and comments, you know, just seems very, very, wanting to be with her.
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well?
Vache.
He can hear her!
Yes, that's it. So you heard it too.
Here we go!
It's me, Vache.
Vache?
I'm here. Where are you, Vignier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait!
What is he doing?
Vignier, is that you? It's me, Vache.
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years.
More than 20 goddamn. Oh my god.
Years.
Okay, that makes sense then.
All this time, only the thought of
Fixing
bringing
stands.
it back has kept me alive. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vignere, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without
So what's gonna is he gonna just off himself? Is he gonna do the same thing that happened in Vegas?
You ask me. This world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone.
Is she blaming him right now? Hang on.
All because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
Wait.
Wait, you are not Vignere.
You're right. I am not Vignere. I am the sacrifices. Every woman who died by your hand. As our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial.
Fuck!
Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals, but we became one, just as streams of water come together.
I thought it was the wife. No, it's the freaking girls he killed.
I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vignere.
Why? But then, where is Vignere?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness.
The fuck does that mean?
This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became?
That's actually a good fucking point. That's a good point. Because he did technically become a very, very evil person.
A heartless murderer and a cowardly narcissist.
All true things.
The only thing you are not is Vignere's beloved.
That's probably wrong. That's false, probably, but...
First victim died, and her consciousness merged with Vignere's. She has had nothing but...
Oh! Okay, so that... So... That begs the question... Vignere was, let's say, the first one to go missing, right? She's the first one that got dissolved. That we know of. We don't really... I don't remember hearing anybody else dissolving at any point in time. So I'm assuming this Oceanid is going to be basically what happens to all of the people who get dissolved, I would assume at this point. Headcanon-wise, right here. Here we go. When everyone dissolves and turns into water, basically it becomes a giant Oceanid monster and basically is one of the former gods. I would assume at that point all the people of Fontaine were once one of the hydro gods that ran the land, and after one of the battles or whatever, the original Hydro Archon took the remaining energy and life force, I guess, from that thing and then created the people of Fontaine. And then whenever the people of Fontaine touch that primordial water, which is what that thing is made of, they basically dissolve and go, their collective consciousness and power goes back to their original form, which is this primordial Oceanid. I would assume, based on the very limited information I have right now, based on what this is saying, Vignere was the Oceanid first, or was there first, and then the first victim merged with her and her consciousness, then the second victim, then the third victim, and the fourth victim, or however many. That would mean, if I can go on that, that would mean that all of the people in Fontaine would merge with this Oceanid creature then, probably.
for me. That came from the real Vinier. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you.
I'm so confused
She said
then.
that because she knew that if you did come here,
We will show you no mercy to you.
show no mercy to you. Vache.
Vache?
Later, the guards find the culprit of the serial disappearance of young woman case. Marcel appeared to have lost his soul. However, I didn't get to read it in time! Damn it! He died, apparently. He needed to die regardless, but that makes me question what happens with all the people if they get hit with the primordial seawater. Did all their consciousnesses go to this one oceanid and become a giant oceanid creature? Or do they go in, or is this just like an isolated incident because he did this to all of them, and just because those grudges and vices and, not vices, but grudges and vengeances that they wanted to get on him, they all came together, kind of like a vengeful spirit, because technically that's what they are, a vengeful spirit. I would assume maybe it was that and not, like, that's that one and not the latter and not the former in the case. That I would assume that maybe all their consciousnesses just become fish or something in the water around them, I guess. Or they become spirits or something. But if we go based on some of the story that was said, that the people came from the sea, and then someday they'll go back to the sea based on the primordial water, I can make the assumption that at one point all the people who were created by the original water Hydro Archon were at possibly one point maybe a collection of energy or souls that came from the a hydro monster that came back from the Archon Wars thousands of years ago or whatever, kind of like the two that fell in love over in Liyue, the two hydro dragon monsters or whatever, kind of like that kind of a thing, but oceanid wise instead. Maybe that's all I can think of and kind of get like a feel for. I'm not gonna really know until maybe I get deeper, not deeper into the story. There comes some of the freaking inability to speak English because of, you know, ADHD and concussions.
Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just, well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too?
Journalist from the Steambird?
Way back when I first became the president, I believe the story was
Let that thing go. I have a text messages right here as well.
Darkness, Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose. To be fair though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that.
What's with the frickin'...
She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wishes finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
That's nice.
Now that's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with
They came in and sounded really freaking cool.
And in other news, I also took Clarand out for a meal.
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
I would assume so.
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, it was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her.
Oh, that's great.
Anyway, now... Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave.
Okay, there's a lot of ghosty swibble swabbles artifacting in the floors right now.
Just how much people still look up to him. That includes me, too.
Indeed.
Sure thing.
And in that case, everyone, let's...
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining
It's been raining non-stop since the freaking guy died. But what about Child? Is Child just, like, in jail right now? Just sitting there, just like...
This is where my father's
God dang it, I didn't even do anything yet. I just came here to explore and I didn't even do anything yet.
Even I haven't been.
Huh? There's someone there already. Isn't that Nervalette?
Nervalette.
Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still,
Cute couple
I
idea.
doubt I've grown to the point that
Chief
even the
Justice.
Chief Justice would feel
Minsuera
compelled to
Nervalette.
apologize to me over and
And
over.
President of Spinda de Rosa.
Stop apologizing.
Navia. That would be a cute couple, I think, right there. It might
You
be
really could use some
adorable.
pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Nervalette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway?
And how can I take you out for some dinner?
There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself.
Why does he keep saying humans like that?
It's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things.
That's probably the most questionable thing. Why does he keep saying humans?
Consider certain things
Is
to be
he
more
not one?
important
Is
than
he
their own
actually a
lives,
cat?
Which is also why
Is
I
he
didn't stop
secretly
my
a
father from
fish?
beginning that fateful duel.
Is it secretly?
I believe that a truly innocent man
Gary! Oh, he's still got the catfish ears.
that there was nothing.
Gary! Is he secretly
Should
Gary?
nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callis proved me utterly. And if
I
not
smashed
for
my
his
fingers on the
sacrifice,
back of my hand into my
the
microphone, I
serial
think, so
disappearances
ow.
case would have remained unsolved to this day. Mr.
Probably.
Callis made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all
For the sake of justice.
A justice that's higher
Justice!
than life itself.
I'm Batman.
You asked me why I came here. I just wanted to
Justice.
say my apologies to Mr. Callis in person. This regret has filled me with a sadness. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much
Whoa.
for your hard work.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of
Probably,
Sylvie,
yeah. He
one of my
seems a
guys.
bit blank expressed on the outside, but you can tell he's a good man on the inside with emotions and thoughtfulness. He might look like, you know, a cold-hearted person, but, you know, sometimes just looking at somebody and the sound of their voice does not mean that they are not warm-hearted and fully articulate in being able to explain their emotions in that very flat tone that they have. Trust me, I have to do that because I apparently have a very flat tone a lot of the times when I'm talking normal in public, and it's very annoying because, like, every single emotion I go through is exactly the fucking same. Happy, the same as sad, as the same as angry, as the same as depressed, and then blah blah head, and hungry too. Hungry sometimes is also the very same flatness. So it might just be, it might be real. He's just very flat-faced, very solid-faced person, very flat tone, monotonous. Not really able to show his emotion very well, but the emotional turmoil inside of him is just raging, trying to come out, but it will never come out properly.
Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she can't fly. Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too mad. Anyway, Nervalette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina...
Yeah, that's true. If we can't talk to Farina, we'll talk to him. Okay. Am I close to being done with all of this? Or can I just, you know... Can I just go like this? Right, wrong button. Can I go back over here? Because I know exactly what I have to do anyways, technically. And I really, really need to talk to, Catherine.
Ad Astra Abyssal.
I knew it was a K, but I forgot for a minute there. My adventurer rank, if you give me just a moment, is AR 50 right now. As you can see up at the top of the screen now, it's AR 50. I'm stuck there for the moment. I was stuck at AR 45 for a little bit. Ew, new rock location. I was stuck at AR 50 for what? Veda. She murdered her family. Diabolical young lady. She murdered her entire family in a house fire. As she started, she's playing with some sticks. She rubbed them too fast together and it just went burst into a ball of flame in the library. Everybody died except for her. Her mom, her dad, her 3 brothers, her 4 sisters, her cousin, her 2 dogs, and all the maids. All dead because of her. Now she runs around the streets all happy and joyous because she's just like, I'm free. Hey, yeah. Not at all the truth at all. I am out of 35 right now. I'm gonna ascend when I finish Natlan Archon Quest. You could do that. You could. It's like I have like once you get to like AR 45, if you get to AR 45, you start getting a lot more better equipment and gear and stuff like that. Like I was told I should stay there or at least get to 50 and just not do anything else, because then you can start acquiring some of the better artifacts and whatnot. When you viewed artifact character meaning the main affix minor affix what? Oh yeah, I don't usually touch this while I'm on PC. Usually I touch this on PlayStation 5. But yeah, you can get better chances of getting like 4-star and 5-star artifacts, as well as some better weaponry, you know, better chances for weapons and whatnot, which is kind of cool. Right, now we're gonna pull for the character real quick. That is the last thing I get to do, you know, before I'm gonna... Get a bow! Amos bow? I randomly get a 5-star bow. Randomly get a 5-star bow. I wasn't trying to do this. It just happens. Streamer luck every fucking time. Randomly get a 5-star bow. It's a unicorn. It's unicorny. Strong-willed increases normal and charge attack damage by 12% after a normal or charge attack is fired. Damage dealt increases by a further 8% every 0.1 seconds the arrow is in the air for up to 5 times. An extremely ancient bow that has retained its power despite its original master being long gone. It draws power from everyone and everything in the world, and the further away you are from that which your heart desires, the more powerful it is. What kind of... That sounds like some edgelord bullcrap right there. But, okay. Cool. Cute. It's got a 46 attack with a 10.85% attack and charge attack damage by 12, normal attack damage by 12% increases after normal or charge attack is fired. Damage dealt increases by a further. So it's got 46 base attack. Then it's got an extra 10.8% on attack. And then it also does attack damage extra by 12% right off the bat without doing a dang thing. And then after every fire up, it goes up 8% every I can't comprehend it, but god dang, this is a fucking goated weapon. I was not freaking accident. Streamer luck, boy. Streamer luck. God, fluffing.
Boring.
Shut up. Let's see. I have Amber right now, like my lead bow user, and she's got 4-star rust bow. I could probably do this one right now, and this thing would absolutely dominate her right now. Not dominate her, but absolutely freaking. Let's keep the rust bow on. Let's enhance this thing so it does. Which is insane, because it, like I said, it already, like what it says, it's got 46 base attack, does 10.8% more extra attack, and then normal and strong-willed increases normal and charge attack damage by 12%, just out of the blue. So now you have, from what I understand, 22% attack, and then every single, like after a normal or charge attack, damage dealt increases by another 8% every second it's in the air. So it's like, if it's in the air for like 5 seconds, or like 3 seconds, or like 2 to 3 seconds, which is like the average, that's 22 and 8, 3 times 8, 16, 20, 20, I don't know. So it's like a freaking a billion per attack percentage. What? I don't have enough mental capacity to understand what this thing is and how it works. I have so much of these. I have to get rid of them because like I have way too much right now. And I have enough money to just do this if I want to, just to see what it does. Base attack's already at the 120s. And I do not have enough of it. Oh, well, that, yeah. Don't have that. And I don't have that. So, I can't continue building that anyways. I do not have enough. And, actually, what was the information on that? Not the rust bow. What was the information on this thing anyways? Those are wins. 22% plus 8% every 1 second plus base attack. It's freaking insane. Alright, and plus on this, I can probably do a quick run of that. But I gotta pee before I do that, so I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna run it like once or twice just to level up a little bit, so give me just a second. Like, it was a thing that had to happen because I just really had to pee. So I had to pee. Max of 8 plus, which is freaking insane! It's like the perfect weapon. It's like a freaking great bow. Yeah, I'm gonna wanna... Oh, I could just do that. And I really, really don't want to, though. But I can do this one and this one real quick. It'll give me everything I technically need. I can do this one really, really quick, real quick. Yeah, I'll probably get off after the domain, because, like, it's already 10:30, and, like I said, I have to go to work tomorrow, and I'm not happy about that. Apparently, it's domain with Now it's gonna be really easy. Yep. Can't even freaking see anything. And she's already really great, but I only really use Amber when it comes to bow. So like it'd be kind of freaking awesome to just like have like a super powerful bow for her to use. So there's that, and I can just repeat this over and over and over again for a little bit because they will give me most of the stuff that I technically might probably need real quick. So I can probably just like
Shine down.
and then I can continue building Amber again because like I like Amber as like a fire pyro user. Like her character is always really fun, and I've always really liked it. And plus, she's very useful in certain cases as well. So, oh well, thank you. I don't know if it said if it did or if it did the animation thingy for the subbing and whatnot. I never know if that the sub thing works. To be fair, like it works half, not even like a eighth of the time somebody subscribes, it like works. So like I said, I don't know if the subscription doodad thing, I'm gonna say doodad because it's really stupid. Like I said, I don't know if it. Oh, it did. Oh, I didn't hear it again. Sorry. It's just, god dang it, little song. I don't know. It never freaking plays. God dang it. Usually never plays, and I can't. It doesn't show up. Now I'm looking at my phone right here. I don't know. It's not doing anything. Yeah, I'm in an American server. Yeah, I don't think it did anything. Like I said, I don't know how to get the thing to work. Like I said, it's such a silly thing. Like I said, it works sometimes, and it also doesn't work sometimes. It's just like, can you work, machine? Like I said, I have a lot of this. Alright, that's 63,000, which again, I have a plenty amount of more right now. I have like 500,000 more, so that's fine for the moment. And I have enough to go from 40 to 50. And it's probably going to be way more powerful already than Amber's current bow. Because actually, no, that's a level 60 bow, I think. That might be silly. I don't have enough of that right now, but if I compare it, 308 to 3... So, right off the bat, it's still like a whole level lower. And it's still basically, right off the bat, it's going to be absolutely much more powerful. Nice, so I'm not at your world level, but you can join me if you ever want to play together. And have to... Dudes, I've been trying to save more, but yeah, probably as well, like... doing that as well at some point. I could probably share the UID, you know, because I don't really care too much if you want to like just send over like a friend request invite thing, Bob. No, get on at some point. What is this? I need that Stardust Exchange. I own 5. I need a couple more. I can get those. Oh, I only have enough for 1. Oh, I have to go against Ruin Guards and. Alright, that's I'm not gonna go do that tonight, because if I start doing that tonight, I'm gonna be just dead tired. I'll be dead tired. But also that makes me beg a question, what else did I have to do to level her up, because I know Diluc has to be leveled up, and I do want to level her up more as well, even though technically I should be spending it up on him. What if that, it's just I gotta do that right there, which will get her to level 60, which is not gonna be very helpful. Diluc, I think I need, yeah, I need some more of those, and then I need to do that, like, guy, like, 4 times or something, which the Pyro Regis finds a pain in the dick once in a while, because I need the right setup, especially now with the boss gonna be at a higher level as well, which is gonna suck. Usually it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 to no, that's work. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, like 7 p.m. EST usually, if I can. But it's not always Genshin Impact. Like, I have like several other games I like playing, like the Crew Motorfest. I like playing Delta Force once in a while. Like, tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming the Miami Dolphins game technically, so tomorrow around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm not gonna be playing any games at all. I'm gonna be watching the Miami Dolphins like play against the New York Jets, which is gonna be kind of fun. And then, like, usually tonight would not be a Genshin Impact stream. Tonight I would have been playing Resistance 2 while completely plastered. By this point in time, I'd be pretty freaking drunk right now, because usually on Saturday night I do the drunk series, which is me playing video games and getting absolutely plastered. Usually. Actually, why am I on Kachina? No, fuck it. She can dance in the background. Yeah, so that's kind of stuff right there. But yeah, I don't always stream Genshin. There's other games that I play, and that's kind of the bad part, because like I should be focusing more on one game, and I'm just like, I'm gonna do all of these games. From the Steelers and Giants fan, I don't hate the Steelers and I don't hate the Giants. I'm actually happy for the Giants, you know, because they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl twice. Thank you, Eli Manning. And fun fact, Eli Manning is one of the finalists for Hall of Fame induction this year. Eli Manning. I'm just saying. So if you want to come by, I have some other subscribers who come by for those specific streams and videos for when it comes to football, American football, mind you, because I also watch like I actually watch football as well, you know, soccer. You know, I also watch some of that, and F1 and WRC. I'm weird. I am weird. But they haven't been too good this. The Steelers are in the playoffs. What do you mean? The Giants? No, the Giants still suck. But the Steelers are in the playoffs right now, dude. They're locked in place. I can't remember. Either in the wild card spot. It's either wild card spot or they have the division title. I don't know. NFL playoffs brackets. Let's see what this is set up right now. Okay, currently it's the Ravens in 3rd place, and then the Steelers have the 5th seed right now at 10-6. Steelers are locked in, so you don't have to worry, dude. Steelers are gonna be in there. I'm just watching to see if the Broncos lose tomorrow and the Dolphins beat the Jets, and then the Dolphins are in the playoffs as the 7th seed, and then they can get one and done by the Broncos. Even though if they do get in, I made a bet, and I would have to, you know, cross-dress for that, which is not what I want to do, because I usually get a lot of views on the Dolphin streams. Yeah. But yeah, if you have nothing else and you want to hang out tomorrow around like 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a live reaction to the Dolphins game, and I'll have the Broncos Chiefs game score on in the stream as well, just because I need to pay attention to both of those things. So yeah, like I said, there are other people who will be around who usually come by for those streams. Like I do lots of things. I do Dolphin streams. I do racing games. RPG games, FPS games, you know, drinking heavily, like I might be an alcoholic or something, but I'm not, because that's, you know, I'm freaking not. And then other things, you know, that it is what it is. All I know is stretch it out, Kachina. Give us another twirly twirl. Breakdance better than the freaking Aussie that was at the Olympics, you know. Okay. I think now I'm gonna give up on tonight because I am tired and the delirium is starting.
Over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Words of wisdom by our favorite Archon, Raiden Shogun. And then in the name of the Lord, Ray. Yeah, I'm gonna go now because, like I said, I'm tired. It's 10:30. Usually I would be drunk, but I have to go Sunday and work on a pontoon boat for a customer because it is what it is. And like I said, tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, either around like 3:50, 3:55. Well, the stream will start for the Dolphins at Jets. So if you're interested in that, that's tomorrow. Anything else, thank you for watching. If you like, leave a like. If you dislike, leave a dislike. Want to see more, subscribe. All that nonsense. I'm gonna go here. I am exhausted. I am tired. Nahida crying in the corner. Not the that can be talked about another time. I'm not gonna go into that right now because it's a too long of a winded story about favorite Archons. Still venti because smash that up on the floor. Smack that. Don't need no more. Smack that. Goodbye, good night.